The former aide to the ex-president Goodluck Jonathan, Reno Monkri, has said that the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has destroyed the political space in the country. Reno Monkri, a staunch supporter of the presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, stated this last Saturday in reactions to the rally held across the country by the supporters of Obi for the coming 2023 election. Details in the video.
If you looking at, he said that that Peter Obi will address the issue of ASU strike and other strikes. Look, Peter Obi was governor of Anambra State. While he was governor, doctors were on strike for 13 months. Am I lying? You can ask him. While he was governor of that state, schools were closed down. I think it was 7 months. You can research it. You can Google it. So, I mean, these people that come up on air and say that Peter Obi will make Nigeria into paradise. Look, when he was governor of Anambra State, did he turn Anambra into a paradise? Now, if you address the issue by Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, look, the issue with the APC is much more than the issue with the PDP. I do agree that some of the areas, because Peter Obi is more likely to take votes that would have come to the PDP than votes that would have come to the APC. But the whole country has rejected the APC. The whole country has rejected the APC. So, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, I mean, he's not in a position to give us counsel. Look, this country is where it is right now, almost comatose, almost on its knees, because of the APC. While Nigerians, while the PDP was in power, Nigerians know what they were enjoying. They know how much was the price of fuel. They knew how much was dollar to the naira. They knew how much the security situation. So there's no basis for comparison between the PDP and the APC. As a matter of fact, when Waziri Atiku Abubakar was chairman of the National Economic Council, Nigeria paid off its entire foreign debt. Zero. We owed zero. Right now, we are owing about 48 trillion naira. So, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole is unfortunately mistaken. Now, going back to the analysis, I said, if you look at the 4 presidential candidates, by what parameter can you say Peter Obi is the best? There's none. If you compare their experiences in government, look at when he was in government. Even Kwankwaso has a better record in office. Okay, you talk about corruption, which is one of their strongest forte. The only person among the 4 major presidential candidates mentioned in the Pandora paper scandal is Peter Obi. He was mentioned as corruptly enriching himself, and I don't know if it's true. I'm not saying it is true. I'm just saying what the Pandora papers say, that he was mentioned as corruptly taking monies out of Nigeria and hiding them in offshore banks or offshore accounts.
Mr. Monkri, let me allow Alaji Tanko to respond to those.
Well, you see, we have a capable presidential candidate who is not afraid to answer questions directly. When he raised the issue of Pandora box, Peter Obi had come out and cleared the air clearly on what was involved. And so we will want the same thing to happen to their own presidential candidate when they have been accused of the corruption that are already taking place. These are people who have put Nigeria into perpetual poverty right from the beginning. They have been involved in corruption. Are you talking about the Dick Cheney, Malabo issues that already not been swept over the carpet? We are talking about somebody who has been accused by his principal. Openly, the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Olusegun Obasanjo, has completely come out to debunk that he cannot vouch for the person of his own candidate. That is a complete indictment that comes. Nobody has come out to indict Peter Obi, verbally, physically, or none. There's nobody. And, you see, for now, there's no time for hide and seek anymore. Nigerians are tired of games and people lying to them. Amakari is just saying that the Emir of Kano deported. I was there. If you can place the couple, the Emir spoke in Hausa, and he clearly mentioned the capacity of the competency of Peter Obi. I was there. I was not told. So you don't come onto the air and keep on telling people's lies. Nigerians have known the truth, and they are ready to fight for their country. So nobody, anytime you make any statement, you should be able to justify it. So I was physically there.
Yeah, I'll give 30 seconds for both of you to respond. And these are some of the issues that we are talking about. Capacity. Nigerians want to see who will lead them with capacity. Corruption or anti-corruption record. Nigeria wants to see who has the best to vote for.
Yes.
So let me allow 30 seconds for each. Mr. Monkri, please go first. Your final thought on the program tonight.
Well, I would say that former President Olusegun Obasanjo endorsed Waziri Atiku Abubakar in 2019, and that he said he was the best candidate then, and that this was a man who had the capacity. So if what he said is true, why would former President Olusegun Obasanjo endorse him? And also in terms of education, Waziri Atiku Abubakar has a master's with distinction in international relations. In terms of employment, and one of the major problems of Nigeria right now is that we have about 67 million unemployed people or underemployed people. Waziri Atiku Abubakar, in his own private life, employs 12,500 Nigerians producing made in Nigerian goods and services. And if you talk about experience in government, right now Nigeria is having a debt crisis. We are owing so much. This was a man who, as chairman of the National Economic Council of Nigeria, paid off Nigeria's debt completely. So you have a man who is ready and who is prepared.
We need to go.
When you talk about the issue of debt, these are the same people who have put us in this perpetual debt. It started from them. When he was vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, they are the one that put us in this particular debt issue. And when we talk about issue of production, we say, fine, our principal import. But do you know that he doesn't sell this particular product by himself? There were people, Nigerians, who were employed, and most of them have learned the trade in terms of training them, and they have become productive. So in that regard, we are producing people who can be productive in nature. And when you look at the credibility and the capacity of Peter Obi, he has shown it in Anambra State. I have told you before here that he has synergized with the Nigerian police, providing security for his people. Not only that, he synergized with the Nigerian Medical Association, building hospital. He synergized with the industry, making sure that the hotels and all. He synergized with making sure that our roads on the street, people are connected from their villages. This is practical example of what. And this is somebody who did not owe any debt. Challenge anybody. He paid up even workers who are in their pension and all. This is one of the things that you should be expecting when Peter Obi becomes the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Alhaji Yunusa, thank you so much indeed for coming. And Mr. Reno Mokri, thank you so much indeed for your time tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Well, on the other news, the All Progressive Congress APC has asked the Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, to resign if he cannot support the party presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu publicly. APC Deputy National Publicity Secretary Muntala Ajaka tasked the Ngige and other political appointees of the party to openly support Tinubu. Hence, Ajaka was reacting to Ngige's remark on who to endorse between Tinubu and the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi during an interview on Channel Television. Ngige, who said that the decisions who to support between Tinubu and Obi is difficult for him. Details in the video.
Minister, you have your very good friend, Peter Obi, as a candidate of the Labour Party. At the time that...
the head of the obedient people.
At the point that people in your region are clamoring for an Igbo president, now that you have one, how difficult is it for you to support Bola Tinubu as against Peter Obi? Is it difficult?
Sharon, you like boxing people into a corner. I've told you I'm not active. You even noticed that I'm not active in politics for now, but I'm facing national assignment. Why are you asking me a difficult question?
Is it difficult?
Both of them are my friends now from what you've said.
What would you choose?
No, forget it. My choice will be in the ballot box. On the day of ballot, I make my choice.
You vote your conscience.
Forget it. Whether conscience or no conscience, that day, in February, one vote.
So it's not, you cannot tell Nigerians that you're voting your candidate. That's what you're saying right now.
Why do you say so? It's a secret ballot. I shouldn't tell Nigerians what I will do secretly.
All right, so let me ask you. Your party is campaigning with Bola Tinubu's track record as governor of Lagos State.
Yes.
And there are a lot of us guys are also speaking about Peter Obi's track record as governor of Anambra State. He took over from you. So you must be very proud of his track record, is it?
Let me tell you, the two men and their track records, that's good. But you must go into the nitty-gritty of your analysis. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu came to Lagos when there was like nothing. Everything scattered. I live in Lagos, so I can tell you. He did what he's supposed to do, and then reformed the financial system and everything, put a solid foundation, drew a roadmap for successors, Fashola and Co. and others. I came to Anambra State. Everything scattered, just like in Lagos. I rebuilt the foundation of governance in that state.
But you couldn't finish.
I didn't finish. But I did infrastructure which people can see. I did payment of salaries, put salaries on first line charge, finish accumulated areas, put security back in the place.
So were you proud of what Peter Obi continued when you left?
Yes, he was building on my foundation, even though he disagreed with me on infrastructure. So for the first tenure, he didn't do infrastructure. He didn't do. But he realized that it was a grievous mistake when we met in the ballot in 2010 and when we met in the senatorial election for our senatorial district.
We need to go now. So, I mean, if you had to rate them, you think Bola Tinubu performed better than Peter Obi when they were governors?
I'm not an analyst in that respect.
But you sat in that seat before.
You see people doing polls, gerrymandered polls, and using statistics and samples that don't reflect whole. So I don't want to get into that kind of analysis.
For coming.
However, Ajaka berated the minister over this comment he made on channel television. In a recent statement on Saturday, Ajaka said that it is expected of his serving ministers in an APC government to be trusted apostle of Bola Ahmed Tinubu presidency in 2023, who along other party leaders labored to ensure the enthronement of the same government in 2015, which they are now serving in. In his words, he said, Chief Ngige and other APC appointees, especially in the federal cabinet, should not forget in a hurry that they are holding onto the party mandate. Hence, the need to protect it with whatever it requires. But if they can no longer protect the interests of the APC in public and that of our presidential candidate Tinubu, I think the honorable things to do is to step aside from the government formed by APC. With this type of public comment from a sitting ministers in a ruling party who cannot declare on a national TV his choice of a presidential candidate, how on earth is expected to fail in the forthcoming presidential elections? According to the research Plan B TV team carried out and the reason we thought that Chris is not supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu publicly. Recall that in the past, Mr. Ngige had shown interest in the presidential ticket of the ruling party by picking the 100 million nominations and expressions of interest form, but pulled out after President Muhammadu Buhari directed his appointees, who were aspirants, to resign in line with Section 82(12) of the Electoral Act. When Mr. Ngige appeared on the Politics Today on channel televisions, I believe he was still holding back with what President Muhammadu Buhari did to him after he picked the 100 million form of the APC. He was asked about his choice between Mr. Tinubu and that of the candidate of Labour Party Peter Obi. The minister refuses to give a straight answer. Thank you very much for watching our video to the very end. If you are our subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch our videos from Facebook, from YouTube. We really appreciate everyone that is supporting us. If it's your first time of coming across our videos, why not take a moment of your time to visit our platform and follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is the only way you can support us, by sharing and commenting and giving your view about these specific videos. Until we meet again, stay tuned with Plan B TV. Peace out.
To your family. Don't forget to subscribe to get notified. And as you the show your support, now say God bless you too.
Sense on the bed.
Plan B TV. Plan B TV. Plan B TV. Oh. Plan B TV. Plan B TV. Plan B TV. Plan B TV.